Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV. We can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Speed and Strength Lock and Load jacket available at RevZilla.com. New to Speed and Strength, this is the Lock and Load, right under the $300 mark, and this is, in my opinion, their best 3 to 4 season sport touring and commuter option. If we look at it, you know I love the high vis, I can't get away from it, but 5 colors available. It's high vis, there's a black, a blue, a red, and an orange. And the nice part about the Lock and Load, besides the fact that it comes with a full suite of vault armor, elbows, shoulders, as well as back, they're gonna be CE rated, is that this jacket is really 2 jackets in one. It's a water-resistant AR600 outer shell with a ton of ventilation on it, 6 total vents. So again, allowing you the ability to breathe, but really shielding you from Mother Nature. Remember, I said water-resistant, it's not tape sealed, so it's not fully waterproof. And the beauty is if you were able to remove this outer shell, and it's actually not something that takes 2 seconds to do, has a couple snaps, has a couple zippers, but when you remove it, it actually exposes a fully wearable, fierce mesh jacket that's going to have the armor in it. So what you have is the ability to have an armor jacket and then a technical shell to go over it. So spring and fall, it's probably this configuration with the vents open. In the summer, it's the external shell removed with that armor inside that fierce mesh chassis. And then in the winter time, you're going to have all your vents closed and you're going to have the thermal vest liner incorporated into the inner shell, and you're going to have this outer shell. And again, that's going to give you that true 4-season coverage from Mother Nature. So again, Speed and Strength did a great job at thinking through how they could pack a tremendous amount of functionality and versatility, especially for the guy that rides to work every day, maybe has a light commute, maybe gets hit with a cloudburst, into a great technical outer shell. Now, thinking about fitment, I have Buzzsaw to my left, 6 foot, 215, 46-inch chest. He's actually wearing a size large from Speed and Strength. Now, if he looked at a 46-inch chest on their size chart, it would say go into an extra large. It would be too big for him. The stuff runs American, it runs overly sized. So he went a full size down. I would urge you to do the same thing. So he's wearing a size large, even though the size chart says go extra large. Keep that in mind. And if you're concerned about fitment, remember we ship for free over 39 bucks. And as always, click our logo, make a good decision right there. Subscribe to us at RevZilla TV. Leave me your comments, your questions, and your feedback about the new Lock and Load from Speed and Strength. But more importantly, stay up to date with all the latest gear reviews we're constantly rolling out. Now, if we dive into the shell itself a little further, we talked about CE-rated armor. We talked about the fact that it's an AR600 shell. Notice, hand warmer pockets down along the side, basic, and you have a lot of other zippers going on. So outside of another water-resistant pocket up here with a nice big zipper garage, the other zippers you're going to see are going to be these big lateral side vents that are going to flow a tremendous amount of air through the chassis, through the armpit, in from the front. The other thing that you're going to notice if we look at the sleeve, it's got what they call the Lock and Load designed sleeve adjusters from Speed and Strength. And what they do is they cover these areas of elasticated bands and allow you to cinch down the armor and make sure it's going to stay intact and in the impact area if you happen to get it off. Now when you get down to the sleeve, knowing especially if you're riding the colder weather seasons with this outer shell on, very basic cuff, minimal, not an overabundance of zippers, because you most of the time are going to want to wear a cuffed glove on top of it, or something with a full gauntlet. You also have a water-resistant zipper on the side. I always call that the chapstick pocket, because that's where I put my chapstick. Now, if we turn to Ed and face him away from me, you're going to notice on the sleeve, again, boxier cut. Remember, there's a full jacket underneath this. It's integrated. Notice, big gusset. Reach for the bars there, kind sir. Notice that big gusset, and then along the back side, you're going to see some of this reflective piping that works its way in. It's called black watch, meaning that it looks like a black line during the day, and at night, it's going to be fully reflective, keeping you safe. Going all the way down the side of the sleeve here and all the way down towards the base, you're going to notice that you have area of adjustability down along the hip, and then notice down here as well, another big zip that's going to expose a rabbit pouch. And then if we move up from that, in the middle of the back, you're going to see that these are your back exhaust vents. So again, the ability to funnel air through the back of the jacket and get great circulation. Now the other thing I want to touch on is the adjuster down here. And you'll notice that it snakes through the outer shell of the jacket, if you can see that. That's because when the jacket shell is removed from the mesh liner, you have the ability to use the same adjuster and tighten things down. So again, it is fully integrated, which is a nice touch. Turn backwards for me there, Mr. Buzzsaw. Looking at the back, neoprene up along the collar, it's going to stay soft against your neck. We talked about the exhaust vents on the rear, CE rated vault armor, CE level 1 that is stock, and you have that black watch reflectivity. Notice it's a full drop seat, so if you happen to be commuting on a sports or sport touring bike, you get that good coverage that's going to come down across your back, and you're going to have that ability to connect this jacket to your jeans loop as well. Come back around to the front there, kind sir. I like the asymmetrical feel of this jacket as well. You have your tan or your silver as well as your high vis in black. Now if we open it from the front, notice this placket comes all the way across. Again, giving you another area of defense against the cloud burst. If we open it up, you're going to see double rain gutter on the inside, keeping any precipitation away from your main YKK zipper. And if we open it up from there, when you start to open it up, this is the inside of the jacket now. You can notice your thermal quilted liner, and then you have the inside of your mesh liner right here. If I can find the zipper, which you're going to see, which is your full fierce mesh liner, again, on the interior guts. And also up here at the collar, it's gonna be nice and soft, so in case you get wet, in case you're sweating, it's not gonna chafe against you. Now we're gonna pull off the outer shell, expose the inner secondary jacket, which is that fierce mesh liner. So now that we have the outer shell off of our lock and load, this is your inner jacket. And what you're gonna notice, it is fierce mesh, both in the silver and the black areas, flowing a ton of air. And you saw before we made the transition that I showed you that thermal vest liner that's baked into this that you can remove as well. But what you're probably just noticing, which is absolutely awesome, is they gave you another area of AR600 and the armor stayed with this mesh jacket, but these impact areas are using a highly abrasion resistant textile, the AR600. So again, it's not mesh over the impact zones. So when you're wearing the outer shell, you actually have 2 layers of AR600 over top of your armor. And when you remove it, you have mesh in your non-impact areas, and then you have AR600 keeping you safe. You'll also notice the collar on this bad boy for hotter weather riding is gonna be more of a really short neoprene style Mandarin collar, not getting in the way, very sporty look to it. And they're giving you another set of lock and loads to be able to cinch down your armor along the sleeve, and then again, a secondary cuff for your gloves. Turn the face away from me there, Buzzsaw. You're also gonna see here on the back, again, textile down the inside. There's the same pull that we had when he was wearing his outer shell that snaked through, and then come back around to the back for me. Armor in the back, still intact, runs with the mesh chassis. Reflective down the back side of this. Again, neoprene all the way around the back. And your arms, remember, even on the tan side here, is going to have that AR600 in the impact zones. Come back around to the front. So keep that in mind. Within the Speed and Strength line, this is one of the most flexible jackets. We've seen the lock and load helmet. That's going to be modular. This is the lock and load jacket, which is really 2 full season jackets in one. Your cool to cold shell, and then you have your mesh chassis, which is going to be your moderate to warm weather jacket. And you have the flexibility of adding that thermal vest liner in or out, depending on how you see fit. So again, under the $300 mark, tremendous amount of value there. The next step in your journey, though, now that I've explained it to you, is really to see what experience other riders are saying they're having with it by clicking right here and reading other rider reviews at RevZilla.com. You don't have to take my word for it. As always, we'll ship for free over $39. And if you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown of the new Speed and Strength Lock and Load. Subscribe to us at RevZilla TV on our YouTube channel. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.